Hey, and welcome back to the channel. I have a little special guest here with me, Mr. Theo. Can you say hi, honey? Yeah. We're gonna say hi to everybody. I got a little bit of tea. Well, first and foremost, this is a celebration because not exactly today when this video goes up, but this week is the 2-year anniversary of Tasha Pivots, the channel. I started this 2 years ago with just a heart for mamas, a heart for homeschool, charting new territory when it comes to the homeschool world. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna turn the camera on myself. I'm gonna show, there must be a mama out there like me who just wants to see themselves or see things that are similar or get some inspiration or, just have a voice and be able to vlog and capture the things that are on my heart when it comes to this journey of motherhood, a journey that I did not create for myself. I did not even picture it for myself, but God is the master and I am just his piece. I'm his masterpiece. So, I'm excited to see this channel grow and continue to grow. So thank you. If this is your first time hitting that play button and joining us, I'm Tasha, and this is Tasha Pivots, where we talk about all things mamahood and homeschool. And as you can see from that little intro, this is also a huge pivot in my life. I did like a sneak peek, a little message over on the community board here on the channel of just a word that was given to me a couple of years ago about pivot. And I wasn't sure what to navigate of that. But I recognize that the Lord has like placed me in this one spot and he's just asking me to pivot and to turn and move. And I've been pivoting in homeschool. I've been pivoting as a mother. I've been pivoting as a wife, and not necessarily in that order. It's all over the place consistently. And this is just a space where I get to share that with you guys. So I'm going to hand him over to Daddy, and I'm going to sit and give you guys a little bit of an update as to what is happening in my life currently. All right, it's much quieter here now. The kids and the hubby are out for a walk, and I can sit here and kind of give you guys an update. Yeah, if you saw in that 30-second beginning introduction to this video / vlog, then some things have changed. You can even tell by the background that I am not in my normal setting. And that's because me and my family decided we wanted to turn the page, start anew. Begin a new chapter and restart. We took 18 containers of our belongings and everything else we sold from our 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment in Dallas, Texas. And we hooked a trailer onto our car and we got on the road. And I know you're like, what? Because that's maybe how I felt for like 5 seconds. But when I tell you there's some peace, y'all. Like, I have no clue the rest of this story and how it's going to play out, but I'm excited for it. Yeah, we are in Idaho. We have decided to move to the Pacific Northwest, as close as I could get to Oregon and Washington. I have some dear friends in both those areas, but I also have a beautiful mom who lives here. And our journey, if you know me personally, or if you're in Lowlyville, you've heard my testimony of me and my mother's relationship, and maybe I'll share it in a vlog. A blog post on Spoonful of Hope. I wouldn't share it necessarily here, but if that's something you're interested in reading, of that redemptive story, then, leave it in the comments below. I'd love to share it. I might share it just because, but yeah, me and my mom have gone through a journey together, and this last year we've really intertwined a new relationship. And with that, she's been asking me to come to Idaho for a long time. She's been here for 8 years, and we've come to visit, and she's come to visit us a couple of times in the last year, but we've never took the plunge. And me and my husband just, we have been walking this road of life in the last 10 years, and it has been hard. It's been hard. And if you've been on this channel for a while, then you know that like we moved to Texas in 2019 after living here a couple years prior, or living there a couple years prior. And we really always thought it was an answered prayer, because we always said if we could ever have a chance to move back to Texas, we would. We had cultivated a relationship with people. I had found some industry connects when I was working back then. I love the slower pace, if you will. It's not as slow anymore, but a slower place of living. The dynamic of family first, I love and really connected to. Growing up in Southern California, family is what you hope to have first, but honestly, you're just trying to keep them afloat. You're just trying to keep them alive because it's so expensive to live. So you're just living to work to live. And unfortunately, I have felt that Dallas, Texas, much of Texas in itself, if you're not in the outskirts or in the little pockets of towns, that it's become the same. And the market, inflation, all the politics have made it, really difficult to just live. And so we, took a deep breath, and we're like, for 2 weeks, we just kept saying, like, what does it look like for us to get rid of everything and just move? And where do we go? And I started to realize how much I needed to have the support system of, like, if I needed a cup of sugar or if I needed 2 eggs, like I could go to my mom and ask for 2 cups of sugar and some eggs. Yeah. And it just, there was a lot of conversations. And so all that said, we kept trying to like really stretch it out as much as possible. And then we finally were just like, you know what? We're going to face our fear, and we're just going to take the plunge, and we're going to sell everything. And we did. We sold all of our large piece items, all of our furniture in a week. It didn't take very long. I posted all on Facebook Marketplace, and it sold. And we bought a trailer, or rented a trailer rather. And we called my mom probably like a week into the selling of everything and said, we're coming to Idaho. I hope you've got some spare room, because we're going to come stay with you for some time. And we got on the road, and we kept just coming northwest. So we are here in the Pacific Northwest now. And so far it's been beautiful. We're in an Airbnb right now, just being able to like adjust a little bit before we go and hang out with my mom and spend some time with her until we find a place. My husband is in the process of finding work. He already had an interview, and it's looking real good, and I'm praying for a praise report that this week it's a sold, and he's ready to start the new journey and chapter at this new company. I just signed up for school. I am going back to school. I am going to be studying liberal arts and getting a degree in writing, creative writing. I've always wanted to write. I have been writing. There's some books on my heart, but I wanted, I'm a student at heart. I love being a student. So I said, you know what? I'm going back to school, and I'm going to do that while raising my 3 kids, doing homeschool, creating homemaking, and we're still going to do this channel and keep it going. So yeah, a lot of update, a lot of change. If you're in a season, in a pocket of life right now where you're on the cusp of like, do I pivot? Do I go ahead and just jump? Know that you're not alone, and it's okay to just be like, are you sure? Because really what I recognize, and I've heard it before through lots of different conversations and just listening to people, of like, when you're, the most part of fear that you're in is honestly the part of when you haven't done it yet. Once you've done it, there's no more fear, because you've jumped, you've leaped, you've pivoted. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm pivoting, and I don't look at it as shame. I don't see it as failure. I honestly, I've always told you guys too, like, I've loved the minimalist idea, but we all can say that looks nice, and all say that I could see how that's peaceful, but could I actually do it? And for me, selling all my furniture honestly did not deter me. Actually made me excited for me and my husband to really get to choose the pieces that we absolutely love for our new space. Our kids being able to get excited about what they want for their space, because like, we've just been surviving, and I don't want to survive anymore. I want to live. And choosing to come to Pacific Northwest, choosing to be in an even more slower pace town, where kindness seems to be just natural. Like I said in that community post, it's natural. There's so many parks, so much natural, like, just God's creation all around me. And that's one thing that I fell in love with when I went to Oregon, the last 2 times that I've been. And even when I've been to Washington, is just like, there's something about being able to actually see God's creation outside versus just seeing it in pictures, but like being able to walk in it, being able to see the trees, see the mountains, seeing people on their bikes, and getting outside and not just staying, in this box. And we've fell in love. And so far in these last couple days, we've been to 4 parks. I've walked more than I've walked in a year, and I'm just taking it all in, and I'm so grateful. And as much as I know that not everything is all lined up, the planner in me, the person who likes to have structure and 5-year plan, I'm learning to let that girl go. I'm learning to live. I'm learning to not have to, because my planning was to control, and control is fear. And so now I'm not trying to control anything. I'm not trying to walk in fear of anything. We even on this road trip took our time. Like, we drove through Colorado Springs. We stayed there for a couple of days, and got to just travel and see that area. We got to drive through Wyoming, which I've never been, and just kind of enjoy the scenic view. And then come right into Idaho, and it hasn't been hard. Honestly, it was very easy. My almost 3-month-old baby boy, just, as long as he could see mama in the back seat, he was fine. The drive was, we did it in 2 days, not too bad. And yeah, as you can see, there was talks in the car. The kids had their tablets when they needed them. I was reading, getting to just catch up with my husband, and letting go of the stresses that we were pent up with. So that is the update. The update is that I am now a Pacific Northwestern earner, an Idahoan, maybe. Maybe I'm not considered that just yet until my plates change on my car, but this is exactly where we are. As far as content, I'm gonna try to get as much content out to you guys as I can. I'll be doing some more vlogs for the summer, and then, we're hoping to be in our new space soon, and I get to take you on that journey as well. Thank you again for being on this journey with me. Thank you for hitting that play button these last 2 years. I'm excited for where Tasha Pivots is going. I'm excited to continue to say that's not for me, and also share what it looks like in motherhood and homeschool. So if you have any questions or thoughts, you can put them down in the comments below. And until next time, y'all, I'll talk to you later. Bye.